So before I got to Destiny Coaching, I had some really excellent coaching training about 3.5 years ago. Wanted that to be my main thing, but kind of had 2 other jobs on the go and very small children. So it was always the easiest thing to put aside. And when I picked it back up again, realised that although I'd been set up very well, kind of training and support-wise as a coach, I was just having so many sessions where I was like, oh, this is something kind of big, or that we really want to see breakthrough in soon, and I don't think we're going to see that in a human way. So how do we get God involved more in this? That's not something that I was taught to do previously. So I'd kind of had my eye on Destiny Coaching from what you were doing online, and had bumped into a few people who had done training with you. But at that point thought that I would need to start at square one, that it might not be relevant to me as a coach who was already trained in a way. So I just kind of kept watching you, and then realised that actually there was a load of relevant stuff to me, and that it was something that really could transform all the sessions that I was doing with people. So the first course that I tried was Kingdom Identity, which was an advanced coaching course for people already trained. And I got a few people to agree, kind of be my practice people. And yeah, it was just quite incredible. A couple of those people were also trained coaches. And as soon as we started doing it, they were like, oh gosh, Destiny Coaching have really got something here. Like, why have we not heard about this before? And yeah, I just found it really amazing. Before, if something felt like it was a really difficult or kind of emotional, or something where the person just felt really hopeless themselves, I would start putting more pressure on myself to do a better job, which is really silly because it's not what I'm meant to be doing at all. Or I wouldn't know how to suggest to them to bring God into it without it feeling like I was giving advice or direction, which wouldn't have felt like a kind of thing that I should be doing as a coach either. It was just so natural the way that Destiny teaches you to do that, and people were instantly moving forwards and getting answers and seeing change. So I've been primarily coaching Christians, and as we start the session, I would introduce the idea that we would be including God, that asking God questions within our coaching session would be quite a key part of what we would be doing, so they weren't surprised by that. And I think the main thing is me staying confident that they're going to hear from God, because he's waiting to talk to them, even if they're looking at me like, what, we're asking him a question now, like what's happening? I'm like, yeah, we're going to ask him now. And obviously everyone's really up for that because they know it's going to change something. And then recently I've started coaching a couple of people who don't have any kind of church background, and I can see how it would definitely work for them as well. I'm just still at the point where I'm navigating that, and I've only had one session kind of with each of them, so we're just kind of sussing things out. But I'm excited to see how it can help them as well. I think it definitely can work for people who are Christians and who aren't Christians.